Hello there, welcome to my channel. I'm Angela from artery.com. This is the one I've been wanting to try for a while because it's very easy. This is just my first one, the practice one, so it's not brilliant. But I've got some really nice autumn patterned paper which I thought I would give a go. So it's called like an aperture or keyhole card, I think, or something along those lines. So I have the aperture there, and you open it up and you have the message stamped on the aperture cutout there. A couple of things I'm not happy with this. First of all, I think the pattern is a bit too in your face. I could have perhaps broken it up with a couple of different layers down there. And also, if you can see there, when I put on the die cut on the front, it wasn't put on properly, and you can see a little hole there. It's not a major thing. I mean, there is somebody interested in this card, so I'll just give it to them. But I'm going to do another one on camera, see if I can make a bit of a better job of it. So for the apertures, you can use dies, or you can use a punch, or whatever you have. It's entirely up to you. So I do have a punch for this one, and these are what they punched out. I mean, these can be used for other things, I guess, can't they? So keep them. Oh, and another thing as well that I'm not happy with, I don't really like the white card, so I thought I would try sort of an ivory or a cream coloured card to go with that. I cut out a card base, and I cut out a couple of the same flowers. I mean, I don't know if they're autumn flowers. I know nothing about gardening or flowers or anything like that. So just because you have a stamp, it doesn't mean it has to be stamped in black, and it doesn't mean you have to colour it in. So I mean, I quite like that. I think it's stamped in pecan pie. I think it's a Stampin' Up one. I stamped that on the white, which I think looks nice, but I do prefer this one. I think that looks really nice on the cream card. So I think I will use that one instead of the white one. So the card base is just the American A2, 5.5 by 4.25. I cut some a bit more subtle pattern paper. This is 1/4 of an inch smaller than that, so this will be 5.25 by 4. And I cut a strip the same width as that, and I think it's about an inch wide, or 3/4 of an inch, I can't remember. It's up to you. I mean, you could have a bigger one up there if you wanted. I'm using the Spellbinders Seasonal Motif Sentiments, and I'm going to use an embossing folder just on this bit here. So I think I'll do that first, actually. I think that's stamped nicely. Nice leafy autumny type thing, I suppose it could be used for. So using this, what you need to do is you're going to have to cut through both of these. So I do like to figure out where this is going to go before I stick anything down. So I think this time, actually, I think I'll have the aperture over to the right instead of in the middle. So let me see if I can get this right. Depends how far down or how far in you want it. Just get it as straight as you can. And like I say, you can use a die or you can use a punch. It's entirely up to you. So I'll have that for something else next time. Right, I'm going to give this a good crease. In fact, what I think I'll do, because that needs to be flat to get this right. So I think what I'll do is I'll take some of this tape that I use. This is just low-tack tape. Fold it over. That didn't work, did it? And I'll put it in there. It's not working. Right, just to keep that flat like that. Flat-ish anyway. So that is going to have to go in there. So what we need to do is stamp whatever we want to stamp on here, and then we're going to stick it on there, and then open that up. Ooh, move that down. And then that will stay stuck in there. So we're going to stamp on this first. I think what I like is Hey There Pumpkin, because it goes with the pumpkin paper. I love this Nuvo hybrid ink pad. I think it's on the way out though. Still some left on, but it's not stamping quite as sharply as it used to. This is one of my favourite sentiment sets though, the Spellbinders. Seasonal motif sentiments. I think that needs one more. Yeah, I think this ink pad is definitely on the way out, but I do have another one to replace it. I think that's okay. I mean, that could have been, it didn't have to be stamped with black ink. You could stamp it obviously with any ink. I mean, you could heat emboss it or anything. Just put your own spin on it. Right, so what I did with this one, if you can notice, is I went round it with a blending brush and some ink on. So that's always an option. You can do that if you like. But I'm just going to sort of leave this one as it is. So we need to get that fixed in. It should sort of just lock in place. Yeah, so that's going to be okay. So what we can do now is put some glue on. I've actually lost my fine tip glue bottle, so I hope this one isn't going to go everywhere. I'll keep away from the edges. But I do like to use wet glue for this so you can sort of jiggle it about a little bit. So, like I say, that should just slot in. And open it up and just let it settle there. So if you do decide to go around with a different colour on the blending brush, it will make it just stand out from the background a little bit. I mean, you could even take a pen and draw sort of little stitch lines around it. I think that would be nice as well. Right, so we just have to put this back on now. And making cards like this, I think it's best to use liquid glue so you can get everything in the right place. But there you go. So now what you can do if you want, I mean, you don't have to put a strip on if you don't want to, but I just think it breaks up the pattern a little bit, which I always prefer. And I have the flower, so I could have it sort of slanted like that. What I did with this one is I sort of trimmed it off at the bottom, but I'm not sure I want to do that with this one. I think I quite like it like that. So I think I'll put on, just have to make sure that it's going to be okay at the back there, which I think it is. As long as that, can you see there? I don't really want any spaces there, so make sure that the space around here is filled up with whatever die cut that you decide to use. So I think what I'll do is I'll put that on there with foam, and there we go. I do like that. I like it in that colour, and I like the fact that it's not being coloured in or anything. I think it looks rather nice. So when you open it up, you have plenty of space to write in. You could put pattern paper on that side if you wanted. You could have cut two of those out and put pattern paper on there. Like I say, you could add other stuff on there. You could decorate the inside exactly how you like. This is just a basic example of your little aperture or keyhole cards, I think they're called. But I think it looks quite nice. You can have any die cuts that you want there. And like I say, it's just a matter of making sure that there are no gaps in between whatever you're doing. So just to finish it off, I think I'll just put a few gems on there. That's quite an easy card to do, isn't it? And I think, like I say, it would have been probably have been better if that had something around there. Yeah, that was getting on my nerves because it was so stark. So I thought I would just decorate it a little bit with some stitch lines, and I think that looks a lot better. I don't know about you. It didn't sit right with me. So like I say, just decorate it exactly how you like, inside and out. It's entirely up to you. But that's how easy it is to make these cards. It's not difficult at all, even though I might have made it look difficult. You could put a ribbon on, you can just decorate it exactly how you like. So I hope this was helpful. If you do have a go, I would love to know about it. You can post in the comments in my Facebook group, on my website, anywhere like that. Don't forget that I'm having a big clearance sale on my website, so pop along there to see if there's anything that you fancy. And I thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, especially if you've made it this far. It really helps my channel if you watch my videos from beginning to end. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye now.